Hello guys, right, today's video is going to be a really good one. I'm going to be explaining a really simple kind of mind hack that I learned over the past couple of weeks, and I've been using it, and for me it's been really powerful. So I thought I'd create this video to share it with you guys, and it is such a simple trick, but essentially the trick is to help you guys if you're feeling lazy. For example, I remember when I first learned how to trade, so in terms of I did all the studying, so I did babypips.com, I did the whole course, and after that I was like, yeah, I know how to trade, like let's go into the live markets and trade. But of course, being a purely technical trader, you have to go and backtest, right? Like you have to go and backtest historical data. And now my mind at that point was like, I really cannot be bothered to backtest. Like backtesting is going to be so long. Like I just don't want to do it. Like I've just learned how to trade through baby pips. Like let me go and trade, right? But of course, as you guys will know, that is a big mistake because you need to backtest to prove that your strategy works, of course, right? So for me, I remember at that time I was feeling quite lazy. Like I really was reluctant to backtest, okay? And for you guys out there that maybe in that kind of similar position where you just learned how to trade and you need to backtest and you don't really want to, and the temptation of now to trade in the live markets is very big and it's there, like use this mind hack to really help. But make sure you do backtest before you actually go and trade it in the live markets. But also this tip that I'm about to give you will also help you guys if you guys are a more developed trader and you've just quit your your job and you've started to trade full time, and all of a sudden you've got all this free time to trade. This will really help you, and this is the mind hack. Right now, in our day-to-day, how many times have you heard other people in society or your friends or family saying, oh, I have to go to work, or I got to go and do this, or I have to pick up this and I have to do that, right? These words in particular, I have to and I got to, right? How many times have you guys actually heard these words? Like for me, I hear it all the time around me. Like it's kind of like when you say these kind of words, or when you hear it in particular from people, it kind of is like, it's like it makes you feel like a slave, like you have to, you're ordered to do something, and there's not even any like joy in it, not any motivation or any happiness in it. It's kind of like you're pulled to do something just because you have to, like an obligation rather than you want to, or a feeling, right? So if you guys, and I promise you, I'm pretty sure there's going to be people out there that has this kind of mindset that's watching this right now, where you say I have to do this and I've got to do that. I want you guys today on this very first video very first time you're watching this video is change that to I get to. Now you might have heard of this before from other videos, but essentially this simple trick will really help. So if this is the first time you're hearing this kind of little mind hack, then I want you guys for the rest of today, or starting tomorrow, say that rather than I have to do this, say that I get to do this. So for example, for me, like if I'm feeling more reluctant to work out, I tell myself I get to work out. It also comes from the perspective of gratitude and the fact that you've been given the time to actually do something with that time. And when you say I get to do something, not only do you feel more appreciative that you're receiving that time, but it makes you actually want to do that thing more and a lot happier. So for me, like that was a really subtle difference that I personally had, and it changed the game for me hugely. Like I was able to just by saying like, oh, I get to backtest, or I get to do chart work, or I get to eat this lunch, or I get to, honestly, like you start to train your mind, you train your subconscious to come from this very humble place that you are more appreciative of the time you get, but also ultimately it helps you execute what you need to do better, rather than saying I have to do this, I have to do that. And eventually at one point in time that habit will die because your brain doesn't want to do it, because you're telling your thoughts that you have to do something. Rather than doing that, tell your brain that you get to do something, and that will come from like I said, the more appreciative mindset. And not only you'll be able to execute better, you'll be doing whatever you need to do a lot more happily, and ultimately the results will come. Again, this is for you guys that want to enforce new habits or are feeling lazy about a particular habit, and honestly, it really works. So just be very conscious of your thoughts for the rest of today, or starting tomorrow if you're watching this video very late on. Start to say to yourself, I get to do this. I get to drink this cup of coffee. I get to see my family. And honestly, you will be not only a lot happier, but you'll be training your subconscious in a better way. And of course, the ultimate goal is that you'll be executing on the habits and doing what you need to do better, right guys? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a really, really simple mind hack, and you might have heard of this one before, but if you haven't, you've heard of it now. And I guarantee you it's a simple game changer. Go out there and try it, keep it consciously in your thought, and the more you do it, you'll train your subconscious to actually say those kind of words, and eventually your subconscious will be like that, and you're coming from a place of more gratitude, and you'll be doing all the things that you thought that you were lazy about better. Anyway guys, I hope you have a great trading week ahead. Take care and peace.